So today we're going to see if this Buck 110, this beautiful Buck 110 that I just did a review on, can throw a spark. And this is going to be Fire Start Fridays. And I'm going to do a series of fire starting techniques without matches. Kind of cool. I'm going to do it inside today because I'm going to light a fire. It's cold because I want to have a little sippy of bourbon and get it going. So I don't know about you guys, but I always do a top-down fire. I do a top-down or upside-down fire or Swedish Top Down. And it's a pretty simple method, and it's awesome if you're outside. I did something on this fire technique a long time ago. Maybe I'll put a link to that video in the description. And basically, you start off with big guys at the bottom, a fatter log. And if I was outside, I might go 3 wide and then 3 along the top. And basically, you just keep stepping the log size down, or the wood size. So here we got a couple of fat ones down here. This is birch. And then I'm going to put a couple across this way. And this is more birch, but these are smaller, as you can see. So this is a great technique if you're outside and you're going to build a fire and it's really windy out. So if the wind's blowing from there, you can start your fire down here with your bundle and then transfer it up on top. So it gives you a nice windbreak. So that's pretty cool. And it doesn't collapse in on itself like a regular type of fire does. You know, when you make a TP and it collapses, you keep feeding it. This is just a cool deal. And it does last a long time without having to mess with it. All right, so there's 3 layers, and I'm doing it smaller than I would if I was outside and I wanted a big bonfire, of course. So that's kind of the deal there. Now this stuff will light up pretty quick, but I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep going on this and get a little fire bundle going up on here. I'm going to do some feather sticking, and we'll get this thing lit up, hopefully with that 110. There it is. There's my feather sticking, and I'm going to add a chunk of awesomeness to this. I'm going to show you what I use. I carry it in my survival kit. It's just awesome. Burns like crazy. There's some stuff I'm going to put on it if I need to right away. And of course, this is birch. So I have a ton of paper, birch bark. This stuff lights up like crazy. So I've got my feather sticking, my kindling ready to go, and I'm going to dump it here. This is awesome. If you're in the bush, you can grab this bundle and put it down low, put it on a stick, or put it on a piece of wood, whatever you're going to do, and light it behind this as a windbreak. It works great. This is probably something you know about, and that is Vaseline. This is cotton pads, but I usually have cotton balls. That's what I use for my fire kit, but this will work as well. And I'll mix these cotton balls or pads with the Vaseline, and I'll stick them in like a film container, and that's my fire starting kit. These things light up. These things are little fireballs, man. Basically, just mix it up. Probably nothing new for a lot of people, but for those that don't know, this is the guy. So you just mix it up with the Vaseline like crazy. Just goop this stuff in. What's really cool about this stuff is if it gets soaking wet, it still works. This stuff's awesome. So just kind of knead it in there, get it going on, and watch this stuff light up. That is, if the buck can throw a spark. So here it is. Here's the little fireball, and I'm going to cover them up a little bit here with the good stuff. And I'll see if I can fire a spark onto this guy and light him up. So this knife has a Cerakote finish on it, but you can see the top of that spine there, it doesn't have any. And it feels pretty good as far as having a good edge to it to strike this ferro rod, but we'll see. If it doesn't, you can always file it down, make that spine a little bit sharper. Obviously, if you have this knife open, you can do it. But it might be dangerous, man. This thing is wicked sharp. Bucks out of the box are mind-blowingly sharp. This thing's wicked sharp. So I'm going to strike it on here, see if I can get a spark. It's kind of difficult inside this fireplace to do this. And usually I'll pull the rod away from the edge, from the steel, fire steel. We'll see how that goes in this situation here. I'm kind of doing it weird, but let's see if it works. One shot. That's pretty good. One shot deal. And now I'm going to feed this thing a little bit. So a Buck 110 will throw a spark. That was the first time I've tried it. Another awesome thing about these fires is it's heating the flue up. It's heating it up right away. So in a wood burning stove, it works great. And look at this baby go. And again, that fireball thing, that fireball, cotton fireball is amazing, man. It's a must-have. So we'll take a look at this and how it burns, because this is the best way to make a fire, in my opinion, although you do it how you like. And it's beautiful. And you'll watch how this filters down through the bigger stuff. You can actually see the middle layer starting to light up. What's really cool about the Vaseline fireball technique is they last a long time. They don't just light up and burn out. You can see it trickling down through now. You can see that second layer getting lit up. That bottom layer will get lit up soon, and it'll just sit and burn like that for hours. But depending on the wood, of course. Right now, that birch is it's a pretty dense birch. It's cut way up north, so it's got a tight grain. I usually burn pine or spruce. There's not a lot of hardwood, or there's no hardwood in the Rocky Mountains. Check these little skull ice cubes out. Pretty cool. That is a top-down fire, and the Buck 110 throws a spark with a ferro rod, no problems. First shot, first time I tried it, and it's a piece of cake. Anyway, we'll get another one of these videos out here shortly, and have a great weekend.